So this is the difference between fitness coaches who crush in the online space and their content gets them all kinds of leads and sales calls and clients versus those who really struggle. So when I talk to coaches who are struggling to get any sort of traction on social media, the thing they always talk about is, what's the right time of day to be posting? What's the right hooks? What's going viral right now? What's the right trends and audios to be using? And the thing that successful content creators focus on is none of that stuff, all right? The stuff that successful online fitness coaches and online content creators focus on is the actual message itself. It's the actual message and the substance that is inside of the content they are creating. So that's what I want to talk a little bit about today is how to begin thinking about messaging and making sure that you are posting the right types of content that is actually going to pre-sell people, that is going to attract ideal clients to you, and ultimately give you opportunity to book in sales calls and to land clients. So this is the number one most important thing to focus on when it actually comes to content creation. Most coaches are completely missing this. This is, like I said, the piece that they're doing wrong inside of their business right now. And so I feel like it's a really important topic for me to record this YouTube video on. So to begin, there is a little bit of a framework here that we need to establish. All right. So when it comes to like the online space, this is the way I want you to think about it, right? We've all seen like a sales funnel. We all know like we have cold leads, we have warm leads and hot leads, right? Like we've all seen this stuff. That should not be anything that is overly new to you. However, most coaches have never thought about this when it comes to the topic of content creation. When they think about cold leads, warm leads, hot leads, they're more thinking like DMs, call booking, sales, but they're not actually thinking about this from a content perspective. All right. And so in your social media presence right now, there are people that are considered, I would consider them a cold lead to you, right? These are people that they don't follow you. They have no idea who you are. They don't know what you do. They have no idea how you can actually help them. Like if you were to ask them right now, like, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, like how likely are you to want to work with me right now? They would be like, I'm like a 0 out of 10, right? I literally know nothing about you. I'm a cold lead, not interested, right? Then you have people that are like a warm lead. These are the people that follow you. These are the people that regularly consume your content. They're kind of there. They're more like a casual follower. They see you some days. They read your content some days. Maybe they don't read every single thing, but these are those people that follow you. They kind of engage with you casually and they're just there, right? And then you also have your hot prospects, right? You have your hot leads. You have those people that consume literally everything you put out, every single free resource you put out, they download every single piece of content you put out. They always stop, they watch it, they consume it, they read it. These are those people that are really the core of your tribe and your online community. And this is really important because when it comes to creating content, where so many coaches are going wrong is they are alienating a lot of people inside of on social media, right? So this is what I mean by that. Lots of coaches right now are obsessed over how do I go viral, right? Like what's viral content look like? What should I be posting to get lots of engagement, lots of views, lots of eyeballs? I'm trying to get followers. How do I actually break into this cold audience? And so they will follow things like viral trends. They will do things that are engineered to go viral. And sometimes it works, right? Sometimes they actually do go viral and they get lots of views and they get lots of followers. Maybe they get a lot of likes and engagement. But content that goes viral it's just that. It's attention-seeking content. It's just content that's going to just spread out and it's going to be easy to consume. It's going to be really easy to engage with because there's not going to be a lot of depth. There's not going to be really any thinking that's required. It's just really like top of funnel fluffy content, right? So this is like lots of the skits and just, viral trends and styles of content sometimes, right? Like sometimes you can literally just put like the right audio behind a piece of content and it'll pop off. It's just those things that are like just meant to be engineered for views. The issue, however, is 2 people that are in your warm audience, 2 people that are down here inside of your hot audience. These people, when they see this types of content, they might consume it, they might watch it, and they might chuckle, they might laugh. But when it comes to really thinking about like you and your business, like what's the ultimate goal? Like really what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people in a sales call. And if you're a fitness coach, you're probably trying to sell them a high ticket fitness coaching offer that's $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, right? You're trying to sell them like a high ticket package. And so when they consume a piece of content that is just like engineered for virality, it's more entertainment based or whatever, there's nothing in there that's making them go like, oh man, I really want to pay this person like $3,000. There's nothing in there that's like, wow, this person really knows their stuff. And that really just made me feel like, hey, I should join this person's program. Again, they might see it, they might laugh, they might chuckle, whatever, but it's not actually going to be content that pre-sells them on any sort of like problem solving or the value you can create for them or the ways you can actually help them. On the other side of things then, all right, so this is for the coaches that they're just obsessed with trying to figure out like how to go viral and they're posting that sort of content. On the other side of things, you have coaches who really only post content that would resonate with their most like engaged followers, those hottest audience members, those people that are already booked in for sales calls. And this is that type of content that is just like really, it's like lots of like hard calls to actions and lots of like just really dense trainings and things like that. And this content, again, for the person that is hot, the person that is like thinking about actively joining up to your program, It's really great. It's really good. The issue is that it doesn't get a lot of exposure. All right. It's going to be content that let's say for instance, a hard call to action. You're putting out lots of hard calls to actions every single day. Everything is you're promoting all this stuff. The issue is that like to somebody that doesn't know you, they don't care that you're promoting something. And so you're never actually going to make it into their algorithm. All right. And that brings up the third point here that I kind of actually want to talk about real quick is the reason this is important is because like the algorithms have changed. All right. I was talking about this earlier in the year. I made a prediction that by the end of this year, I was like, hey, it's not going to matter who follows you. None of that stuff is going to matter. Like these algorithms are incredibly smart nowadays. And the reason I know this is because like most days when I get on the timeline, whether it's Instagram or it's Facebook, whenever I get onto the timeline, I am seeing content primarily, all right? Like most of the content that I'm seeing is not from people that I even follow, right? The algorithms have like picked up and they have learned what types of content actually get me to stop scrolling. And they will just show me the right pieces of content that's actually going to keep me on the platform. And a lot of times, like I said, it's literally not people that I follow. And so if we want to be thinking about breaking out in social media right now, if we want to be thinking about like how do we actually create content to sign clients, we have to begin thinking about the message and creating content that speaks to all three buckets of people at one time. All right, we have to begin thinking about the message. Let me type this out here. We have to begin thinking about a message and picking the right content topics that speak to all three buckets at a time. The way to be judging if your content is good or if it's bad, or if you're putting out the right stuff right now going into 2026 is to ask yourself, hey, if this was a brand new person, somebody that's never seen me before, would this be something that they would stop, that they would want to consume? Is this a message and a topic that would get a total stranger to actually want to spend the 30 seconds, 90 seconds, or however long it is to actually consume it? When I think about a person that is actively booked in for a sales call, if they read this piece of content or they stop and they watch this reel or this video, is this a piece of content that they would consume this and they would go, man, I can't wait for that sales call that I have later. I just consumed this and I'm even more sold. I'm even more thinking that like this person is the right coach for me, right? Like I'm even more excited to think about coming to this sales call. And this is the art of messaging, right? This is like a lost art right now. This is something that is becoming more and more elusive in a really like AI-driven social media world, right? Like so many coaches, they have really tuned into the fact that ChatGPT will edit their content and will make it sound good. But what's happened is they've lost the unique energy and the unique voice and the message that actually connects with humans, that actually connects with people and pulls them in, right? We've lost the art of actually speaking our mind and understanding like what we believe. We've entered into kind of this world where it's like we're trained more to put out what people will accept, right? We've been trained to like not really speak our own thoughts and our own opinions and our own beliefs and the things that we actually believe about fitness and about the world. And instead we're putting out this really over-edited, generic, watered down AI written content. And so this is the reason why so many coaches right now are struggling with their social media, where they're just not getting out of it like what they feel like they should or they could be getting. It's because number one, they are focused on, the content they're creating is alienating different buckets of audience. They're either creating content that's really speaking to all of the hot people, but it's like got no top of funnel exposure. So what this looks like is a lot of times coaches right now I'm hearing they feel invisible. They're like, hey, I'm posting, but it's just like I'm not getting any sort of engagement. I'm not getting any sort of traction. And it's because, well, they're completely alienating any sort of top of funnel engagement. On the other side of things, I'm hearing from coaches like, hey, I have thousands of followers. I'm getting hundreds of likes. Like my social media looks like it's popping. So I've got all kinds of stuff going on top of funnel, but I'm not actually booking any sales calls. And it's because the content you're posting, there's no real message or substance that is making people feel like, hey, I would love to spend $2,000 with this coach to learn from them and to better understand, like to actually get help from them. And so as we move into 2026, this is just becoming more and more and more important for coaches who actually care about their craft, who actually have a mission and have a message and have things that they're passionate about. And they want to show up on social media in a way that, attracts and pre-sells their audience, and it pulls in ideal clients and helps people understand what they do, how they can help, the problems they solve. There's such a big gap right now. And I'm just hearing, like I said, like more and more and more, like coaches across the board. I've really never heard like at this level of coaches that are just like not getting stuff out of their social media. And it's not from a lack of effort, right? These are from coaches that are like, dude, I'm literally posting every single day, multiple times a day. I'm sending 50 to 100 DMs every single day, and I'm just not getting a lot out of it. And it's because this is the missing piece. We have to get back to thinking about the message and sharing the right topics and the right pieces of content. So if you're a fitness coach, by the way, and this stuff resonates with you, this is the focus. This is what we do over here at Content and Clients, right? We focus on building brands and building messages that actually stand out in the marketplace and getting coaches really clear on what it is they believe, what it is they do, how they actually help people, and making sure that their offers and their content and the topics they choose actually reflect who it is they are. And it reflects their expertise, and it reflects the way they can actually help people. And that almost like a TED Talk, right? Or almost like a motivational speaker or a preacher who is standing on stage, making sure that the message they are bringing into the online space, making sure the message they're bringing into the marketplace actually represents what they do. And it speaks highly of them. It speaks well of them. It represents their high ticket services. So that ultimately, again, we're able to pull in the right people. We're able to speak to the most amount of people. We're able to actually build an engaged audience. We're able to actually gain visibility and to get leads and ultimately to book in sales calls so we can land clients. This is our focus. This is everything that we're doing moving into 2026. And so if this is stuff that resonates with you, if this is something you find interesting, if this is something that you might possibly be looking to get some help with, or you want to learn more about, how do I build a good brand? How do I actually focus on building a message that moves people and ultimately fills your program with clients, then go ahead and reach out to me. Reach out on Facebook or Instagram. If you get into the description of this video, you can find a link to my social profiles. Just go ahead and send me a message. Let me know that you watched this video and that you would like some more information on how we can help you build a highly profitable brand in 2026. So with that being said, hopefully it's helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.